guys, and welcome to another CSS tutorial. So today we're going to talk about types of CSS. Alright, so first of all, you have three types of CSS. Number one is inline. Now, what is inline CSS? That's customizing your things on the website or HTML document within HTML. So for instance, I created this heading 1. This is a title. Let's just rewrite this. Types of CSS. This text in the paragraph, lorem ipsum, and so on and so on. This is a standard text for web pages and documents for which you make, or some unedited web pages that you're gonna publish. But if you make a web page or you design a website, you put this text in it because it's like a standard text for those things. So we're going to talk a little bit about this in some other tutorials. But for now, you can put any text in the paragraph. It won't do any damage. What is inline CSS? Like I've said, inline CSS is a CSS writing within HTML. What that means, go to behind letter P and click space. And we're going to write style and click enter. Once you click enter, it automatically writes equal sign and quotation marks. Here you write your CSS. So for instance, let's write color is equal to, no, it's green, semicolon, these two dots, I don't know how they pronounced, so background color, let's say blue. Alright, so I don't know why. Oh yeah, it's distant. I didn't ground. There you go. There we go. As you can see, this is writing within HTML. Oh, this is hitting the eyes. Let's just go with orange. Yeah, much more better. So this is the inline. Let's customize heading 1. Right, style is equal to I don't know, color, gray. Alright, good. Let's see, align content, middle is gonna go with middle, or it's center. Guess not. Nevertheless, alright, so that's for inline CSS. Perks and cons. There's no actually any good side of this, because this is a bad way to write CSS. It's the worst. It's more like using this CSS will be for I don't know, experimental pages or a single page that you actually know which part of the page will be, every part of the page will look like. Alright, so why is it also? Because you have to copy CSS to different places in order to work, which is horrible, really, really horrible. And that sucks. Alright, so example, for if you have 10 paragraphs, you have to copy CSS for each and every one of them. It takes a lot of work, and it's just it sucks. Alright, so that's for inline CSS. But however, you have different types again of CSS. So next one that we're gonna use is called embedded. Now what that means, it's embedding still in HTML, but it's a lot better because that code applies to everything. So let's go. I've deleted from heading into paragraphs. So in the head section, since automatically creates title and made a char set, I'm gonna skip a few lines and I'm gonna write, open up an angle bracket, write style, close an angle bracket, and just close style. You see how it changed color? That's pretty cool. So write letter P and open up these curly brackets. I don't know how they're else pronounced. So in the curly brackets, we're gonna write, let's say, color is equal to white, but the background color is equal to black. So, and just let's close the paragraph. Now what this does, as you can see, it applies this style for this paragraph or any other paragraph. It's more like a universal thing where you don't have to copy your CSS to each and every paragraph, especially if you have, like, I don't know, 10 paragraphs. You don't have to copy CSS to each and every one of them. You just write here and it will apply to all. Let's write something else. H1, let's say, I don't know, let's just go back. Color should be green. And close it. As you can see, the heading changed its color to green. Now this is pretty cool because you apply universal CSS to every piece of the page. Yes, you can customize it, but still, it's a lot better than inline CSS. Alright, so the third part of types of CSS is called external. Why? Because you're writing, like I've said before, separate HTML and separate CSS. So I've cleaned everything here, and you can open up a file and create a new CSS document. So here, what you're gonna do is, let's just write a few things. Skip a few lines. So let's go, write letter P, open up an angle bracket, write color is equal to orange, background color is equal to yellow. Really hope this works. Alright, let's just add another one. H1, let's see, color should be pink, whatever. So let's go file, save as, go save it wherever you want, CSS1, all documents, let's go and see, here, style sheets, let's just go CSS1, it's gonna save it to desktop, I think, yeah. So let's go back here, and in the head section, let's write after the title, go and put that there. So we're gonna open up an angle bracket, write link, rel, let's go, and is equal to style sheet, yes, there, and href, where is that CSS1.css? I think that's the name of that thing. If it's not, I really don't know. So I think you should close it like that. I don't know. Wait. Let's just browse desktop, just go scroll all the way down, and we're gonna go here, CSS1, and yeah, just close that, and there you go. It's a how to say, let's just explain all of this. So in the external CSS, we've defined things for paragraph and header, such as for header is the color pink, for the paragraph its color is orange, but the background color is yellow. In the HTML, in the head file, in the head section, we wrote link, and what is the type, which is style sheet, which is CSS. href is for location of that file, which in our case is located on desktop, which has all of this part of the code, and it's called css1.css. It's a full path to a file. So once you write that, just close an angle bracket, and automatically you will then apply external CSS to your HTML document, such as this one. It's pretty cool, huh? So to summarize it all up, like I've said, you have three types of CSS. You got inline, you got embedded, you got external. Inline, you write within HTML. Next to paragraphs, next to headers, and so on and so on, which is the worst way because it takes a lot of time, especially if you have a lot of visual parts that need customization, and it's going to take a lot of time to copy all of that code into these designated areas. Embedded is better because in the head section you define universal CSS to all of these things, such as paragraphs and headers, but still, you know, takes a little bit space, and it's not that, you know, nice to look. However, the external part, the external CSS, you write external CSS somewhere else, save it as CSS, and you just use the link which is shown here, the code for it, to summon CSS within your HTML. So you can write two separate files, but you can summon one with the help of the other, which is pretty cool, to be honest. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next CSS tutorial. Alright, stay up.